This week's safety video is on our construction projects, primarily outside, although some construction projects on the inside would have the same effect. This week, heat and hydration. We're coming up on the end of June, the beginning of July. This particular project here, we have about 200 tradesmen working these 4 projects. And in the background here, we've got a concrete pump setting up to pour 20,000 feet of concrete on this particular elevation. And then on this building over here, we've got the roofers working up top in the sun. Well, you know what, today, 88 degrees. With a heat index of around 94 degrees. So you've got tradesmen showing up. Today happens to be a Monday. They're showing up after a nice long weekend, and it's going to be hot. And let's just say yesterday you had a few cocktails, and this morning you got up and you had a Monster or a cup of coffee. Do you know, all of those are dehydrants in regard to the body. The body needs a minimum of 8 glasses of water a day to stay hydrated. So you come out here and you might be a little dehydrated. You're working in this heat and you're sweating profusely, and you end up with headaches and nausea. You're not feeling well. You start getting cramps in the body, so on and so forth. So we need to hydrate. And I'm not talking about coffee, Bud Light, tea, Monster, all of those things that dehydrate the body. I am talking about water in excess, and then to replace the electrolytes with Gatorade or Powerades, something of that nature, or even fruits and vegetables and high water content. Heat cramps, heat stroke are extremely dangerous in these temperatures in any time, leading to potential death is the worst scenario, but also it truly affects the spinal cord and it affects the brain. So we have to understand the symptoms of heat cramps and heat stroke and heat illnesses are related to, and understand what we need to do to prevent this from happening. And even some of the engineering controls, they talk about wearing lighter clothing rather than darker clothing, because the lighter clothing reflects the direct sunlight more than dark clothing. So this week on our job sites, we're getting into July, August, September, and then even Indian summer in October. We get into some real extreme heat, and we need to keep an eye on one another. We need to talk about this in our safety toolbox talks. So let's cover it this week. Let's have a safe week. Keep an eye on your coworker. Have a great week.